Hello and welcome back to Hearthstone 4. I'm Count Christo, this is the Gotterdammerung Mod, and we are just basically polishing off the Soviet Union. This push in the north concerns me a bit. That could not go fantastically, but this in the east looks like we're having no problem. We've stormed through Stalingrad. We're facing no serious problems here. Ooh. This, incidentally, is a tactic that's really useful to use. So let's say you've got, let me just let an hour tick so I can show you. So let's say you've got an empty province here that you want to move into, or a less defended than it should be province. So you send a unit into the province, and then you send another unit to attack the units currently moving into that province. And this guy won't win this attack. But what he'll do is he'll hold until this guy gets there. And as soon as this guy gets there, you can cancel that attack. And now these guys, if he wasn't so keen to attack them, would immediately, yeah, there we go, we'll start, just stay where you are. Let's just take him out of a battle plan for a minute, so that I can show this off. Yeah, so now they'll begin attacking him. And this can be really useful, because you can use it to flip from being on the offense to a defense. And obviously in this situation, there's a straight crossing. This would be a horrible attack, but it's an easy defense, because you've got a pretty full Panzer division just going to be able to wipe out these guys, which is pretty useful. I'm going to use a new front line down here, because as soon as this splits here, we were going to have trouble in managing that front line. So let's just adjust their target, push down to Tehran. Marvellous. And adjust where that is, just to make it look nice. Fantastic. How's suppression coming? We're suppressing okay. I was once playing as Germany and completely forgot to do any suppression whatsoever, which was quite embarrassing. I ended up just flicking this on this entire area with just glowing red. It was horrendous. I just deployed another 100 military police who are going to spread out nicely and keep all those Soviets nice and loyal to their new masters. Pushing the north does look like it's going okay actually in the end, after all that. Some support attacks. Keep that push going. There are some victory points up here, which will be useful. For those who don't know, the surrender mechanics in this game is very simple. Your enemy has a certain amount of national unity, in this case 80%, which means when you take 80% of their victory points, they'll surrender. That's all there is to it. Obviously, their main victory points are things like Moscow, Leningrad, Stalingrad, that kind of stuff. But I believe each province is worth a little bit. I'm not certain about that one, don't quote me on that one. But I believe each province is worth a little bit, a couple of victory points. How defended is Great Britain by the air? I'm already thinking about the next. It looks like we'd be able to nuke Liverpool if we get some fighters out there in a hurry. Excuse me. Look like, oops, looks like I forgot to assign lots of these guys to this front. That's a mistake. There we go. How many are there now? 34, that should be plenty to take out the... I always think of this as the Baku area, because Baku is the city and the most important province in the Soviet Union. It is that one, isn't it? Yeah, Azerbaijan is by far the best province the Soviet Union has, because of all that glorious oil. It's second only to some of the wonderful places over here. Oh goodness, Japan, get your act together. Being crushed by a very large China. This is quite... I haven't seen a China this big for quite a while. That's cool. Ooh, it looks like Japan is pushing into Singapore though. They really should have hung on to Singapore. This is the best province in the game. Fantastic. Push slowing down a bit here. Look at this. They can only hold us off when it's one very low division and an expeditionary force versus 9 of theirs. That's embarrassing. Everywhere else we're just steamrolling them, which is always nice. Fantastic. We're still on aggressive, aren't we? Yes, good. Okay, we don't need to have anyone in this area anymore, because there's 0 enemy ports anywhere along here. So let's, although this fleet is pretty weak, I think I'm going to order it to just dock up for now. Hold, go there. Why would you do it? There we go. Hopefully we'll get another nuke that we can drop somewhere down here and lower the national unity still further. Push still looking good. Oh, I had a request to set up a Twitter account for updates and stuff like that, so I've done so. If you want to go and check it out at Count Christo 42. I put a poll up there for what game you want me to play next. I've said to a commenter we'll play another Hearts of Iron game, but I don't see any reason why we can't alternate out if people want to. The options so far in the poll are EU4, Crusader Kings 2, and Hearts of Iron 4. I should add on Victoria 2, now I think of it actually. Although, fair warning, I am significantly less good at Victoria 2 than I am at the other three. I've done various world conquests in EU4, ZK2, and Hearts of Iron, but I have never done even close in Victoria 2. Although, to be fair to me, it is significantly more difficult to do a world conquest in Victoria 2 because the infamy system is far more harsh. Until the late game, infamy, incidentally, is their kind of aggressive expansion style thing, or world tension in this game. But yeah, do hop on over to Twitter if you'd like to have a say in what comes up next. I'll often do polls and stuff on there about, yeah, what do you want to see next? Do you what game should I play? What campaign should I run? All that kind of stuff. Ausrücken! Yeah, as I say, this is mop up at this point. We're looking good on artillery. Let's switch over some more infantry divisions. Or I could just wait until I can do it to all of them. How long will that be? No, I do need to remove one of those now. There we go. That's going to take... Ooh, 12,000. No, okay, we're not waiting that long. Let's just do the old switch out thing. Oh, where's their attack order gone? Oh, blimey, it's gone horribly wrong. There we go. Now, so these guys, who will do the switch out, switch in thing to check them out, with the exception of the panzers, let's see if we can switch all of these guys to the new infantry. How much is that going to take? Yeah. Wow, only 1,000 for all of those guys. Fantastic. That's very good news. How about everyone on this front? No, that's too many. How about just some of these guys in the south? I would expect resistance to be harsher down here in the south, but it's looking like they're just letting us steamroll them. Not that I'm complaining. I don't use mountaineers almost ever, so I'm just going to swap them out in this process. Another 26. Yep, looks like we've got enough for that. How much are we down to? 600? Okay, I'll leave us with a little surplus. How's the suppression now? There we go, that's what we like to see. I'm not going to bother garrisoning Finland stuff for them. If they can't do it for themselves, then that's their problem. I am going to garrison all this newly taken area. Definitely Stalingrad, that's going to be a province in need of garrisoning. So, just do that. Fantastic. Let's carry on this push. I do occasionally like to halt my advance, let guys get prepared a bit, let guys recover some of their organisation. Wow, we've got heaps of political power. What should I do with it? Not really much I can do with it. I could close my economy. Not much point, really. Oh no, there would be a point, because we're producing tungsten. Although having an open economy is good, because it gives you that factory output and construction speed, which is very nice. Oh no, we're using factories to repair. None of that nonsense. Let's, should we build some rocket sites? Should we fire some rockets at Britain? Am I nice and historical with our V1s, V2s? Would there V3s? I don't know. I think more civilian factories are the way. Not civilian, military factories. banging out those. Pushing through these mountains without too much trouble, that's good. If they had pulled back to a front line prepared to hold me off on these mountains, that would have been problematic, because these mountains are very nasty to have to push through. I think it's, yeah, 2 provinces deep mountains, most of these places here, which makes it very challenging to push through. Ooh, 9 units got themselves pocketed there. That's gotta hurt. I wonder what their casualties are up to. Going 28% in favour of the aggressions. I think it's a bit better than that. 2.38 million casualties. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Batumi. It's a funny name. Let's push in there. Shout out to our Batumi viewers. I don't know if I saw anyone from Turkey when I was going through the list. We still just have one from Finland. I checked again since I've been making so many disparaging comments about Finland. It's going to give me control? Yeah. Can I have... Ooh, they'll let me have lots. How generous of them. Ooh, they're giving me heaps of territory. Yoink. Fantastic. Let's rechange our garrison orders up to reflect the new reality. Fantastic. I think they just didn't like having to suppress it all, that's my theory. So they decided to just hand it off to me. I realised when I was going through the video, was it last video or the one before, that I just clicked off an announcement that said Rommel had died, which is quite sad. I don't know if that actually removes him as a general. Let's check. Nope, he's still here. But there was an event saying that Rommel had died. Sad. I'm told it's a myth that Rommel was actually a pretty nice dude. Although this confuses me because I'd heard it from some fairly reputable people. But I guess the best myths are widespread. When I say the best, I mean the best believed myths are widespread. But yeah, apparently it isn't the case that he was a really nice guy. Well, as nice as you could expect a military commander to be. But, oh well. I'm not sure if I believe that. I feel like there were quite a few international societies that were recognising him as a nice guy a while ago, so maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Wikipedia thinks he wasn't, but depends how much stock you want to put in Wikipedia. But yes, so he died recently. He was involved, or at least he was implicated, we don't know really how involved he was, in the plot to assassinate Hitler, and Hitler made him drink poison as punishment. He told him that if he didn't commit suicide that he would kill his family as well as him. So he opted for suicide. Not really any point in having those guys flying there. You shouldn't really ever have air wings assigned to an order if you're not using them, because they have accidents. And now supply is going to become the issue of the day. Ooh, but we do have another nuke. So let's see. Is this the largest city? That's only 1 victory point. This one's 1, 3. It's not core. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I suspect it does. 5 up here. Okay, let's go for that one. I'm not sure if I can deploy that far. Nope, not what I intended to do. Oh good, I can. Alright, let's deploy these guys up here, and then see how much of an impact this has. So last time, every time previous, it's been giving a negative 10% national unity hit. Let's see what it gives this time. Only 4. Ouch, that's not very good. Oh well. Let's just leave these guys sitting in Stalingrad. Why not? But that 4%, oof. 97% of the way towards capitulation. Fantastic. We're really getting there. A couple more of these points down here, and I think we will have them. Well, probably a bit more than that. What did I say? 96. Yeah, that's not... 98. Now. Ooh, invented a new tactical bomber. Might as well get the next one as well. I'm just doing any old tech now. We've got all the important ones. What's this? Ooh, loads of subs these days. Subs you can bang out much faster than any other ship. Apart from convoys, obviously, which is very handy. Right. I think taking all these points and all these points will do it. If I'm not very much mistaken. 99... Wait, major faction members in this war are the Soviet Union? Are you joking? No, let's see, that's not right. That's odd. If you hover over the people that should be in the Allies, it tells you that the major faction members are the United Kingdom and the United States. But if you hover over the Soviet Union, it just tells you it's them. So maybe we will be able to get a peace deal with the Soviet Union. I hope that doesn't just muck up the war. Because, yeah, as you recall in an earlier episode, the wars merged, which confused me. But, oh, it looks like we've fully researched everything. I think that's the last research is inactive. Yeah, so the wars merged, which was weird. But what it looks like that's going to mean is that we can still end the Soviet Union war. I hope that is what it means. So come on, Soviet Union, let me do a peace deal. Otherwise we're going to have to garrison so much territory and it's just a pain. I haven't got a plan for how we're going to take land from the Soviet Union. Ooh. Oh no, it lagged a bit on that daily tick. I thought that might be the end. Producing lots of jet fighters. Let's produce some... Oh, we haven't got any jet tactical bombers yet. What else? So yeah, we're doing okay, I think, on infantry equipment and stuff at the moment. I'm going to ramp up medium tank production, I think. Just keep those at the bottom. Let's ramp up. Ramp up on the Panthers. Even more than that. Let's earmark the next 30 factories for that. Come on. 100%. There they go. The game pauses and glitches out a bit as they surrender, as it always does. But there goes. The Soviet Union has capitulated. Adolf Hitler has announced that the cowardly Soviet nation could no longer withstand pressure from an overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country and those nukes. The Soviet government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and, let's say, Germany is now in control of their home area. Though the war against what remains of the Comintern continues, this is a great victory for all the Axis. This is indeed great news, so come on, give me a peace deal, please. Yes! Fantastic. It did give me a peace deal. That is fantastic news. I'm so glad. Okay, so we're not going to have to garrison the whole Soviet Union. So how should we take land from them? Well, there's the kind of... The most sensible thing to do is almost universally take absolutely everything. Almost always. And I'm tempted. I am definitely tempted. Let's at least take a fair amount of land. As you can see, we did the vast majority of the work, so no one else is going to be taking any significant quantity of land. Although it looks like the Finnish people believe that they deserve a little bit of land out of their meagre contributions. I shouldn't really do the Finnish down too much. Actually, they did do some significant work for us in the holding the north, and then giving us a place to base our attack from. How much more can we take? Another 200,000 points. Fantastic. Look at this. That's what we like. And obviously we want to take all this territory down here because we desperately want this oil. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take to the Urals and then I'll puppet beyond it. Puppets, I mean, there's basically no point. Unless you're playing as a communist, because communists can puppet land cheaper than they can take it normally in a war. But there's not much point to it. There's lots of resources over here that I want, so... I might just try and take all states. It's very tempting. I think I shall. I think I shall. Are we going to get attacked by the... Ooh, I've gone over the limit. Oh, I've gone way over the limit. Whoops. There we go. Did the Finnish take any land? No, looks like no. I'm going to pass. Did they take any land now? No, doesn't look like it. And take all states. Yoink. That's what I like to see. I think we got every single state. Germany took the Federal Republic of Venezuela. That's odd. Okay, so we took 186. Oh my god. 1,620 equipment was seized. I think you seize all their equipment. They had 1,620 pieces of equipment. To put that in perspective, okay, actually we don't have that many. No, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk such rubbish. Sometimes you have kind of hundreds of thousands of pieces of equipment. When you get over about 1 million, the game starts glitching because you have so much equipment. Yes, heaps more factories. Okay, well, let's do another, just kind of one extra line of some of the basics here. That looks good to me. Like that. And then we're going to bang out as many medium tanks as we can handle. And more than we can handle, in fact. Let's see how many civilian factories we have. We used to have 200. Up to 300. Very nice. And we can now build, oh, not there, merrily in all this territory over here. Which is great. I can turn off that resistance suppression, resistance suppression national focus, which will be good. Okay, just make sure those that have a little bit of progress always stay at the top so that they can keep being worked on. National focus, let's focus on repairing, to repair all the stuff that's been broken over there. Yeah, because there's loads and loads of broken stuff over here from all the fighting and all the, what's the word? Resistance, that's it. Now, I'm slightly concerned that once China wins here, they might give, well no, they can't give military access to the Allies. But what I am going to do is take a bunch of these Finnish guys, and they're used to the cold, right? So we're going to send them to Siberia. That seems fair to me. Romanians, less used to the cold. Actually, how cold is it in Romania? I don't know. I've never been to Romania. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to send a bunch of these expeditionary forces into the port's defence and send them out here to Vladivostok and put them there. I've no plan on executing that attack, incidentally. That's just to hold the line. And I believe, yes, Afghanistan means that we have no border with the British Reich down here. British Reich? India, I mean, down here. Ooh, I forgot about Iran and Iraq. Okay, looks like we can push into India and all this area now. Shall we do that? Or should we just take Britain? I think we should push down here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so, home front. Front line down here. In fact, we should have two front lines here, really. We should have one over here, which is going to push to the Suez. There we go. Nice. And another front line over here, which is going to push all the way over here into India. Looking good. But obviously we don't want everyone. We don't want everyone doing that. We want some of them to go over here. And some of them... Where else should we put some troops? Ooh, Nationalist Spain. Do you want to join the faction? No. Oh, they still have it. How long? Much longer? It's May, June. Oh, very close. Right. Where else do we need troops? Oh, and that line is wrong. There we go. Alright, so everyone, let's have... How should I do this? Okay, so I'll assign everyone to this. Split it in half twice. 30 on this one. Reselect it. Split it in half twice. 29 on this one. And then I'd like some reserve troops over here as well. So I'm going to deploy a little front line just here. And put about 40 of them on there. Okay, let's speed up and watch everyone spider their way to their positions. The military police, I could just disband a lot of them now. We're not going to need many more, but I don't think I will. I think what I'll do is just hold them in reserve around this area for now, until they're required. We're going to need them to garrison India and parts of Africa if we end up pushing down into there. The Federal Republic of Venezuela, what happened there? I guess the United States. Oh yeah, there's the the US focus tree gives them some democracy, I think. Okay, and as our troops spied their way to their new positions, the capitulation of the Soviet Union, the annexation of all this glorious territory. Now, look at that. Look at that. Could we ask for more Lebensraum? Yes. Yes, indeed, we could. We could ask for all of this, and all of this, and all of this. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to call it a part there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.